dark night. It's only fast if it's not traffic though. You know. Guys, what do you say to Daddy?
Thank you.
Thank you for what, Dada?
Buying our clothes.
Thank you, Daddy. At night, people like speeding. But if the police caught them, they cry, right? Oh no, you get me a speeding ticket. Okay. Yes. You're gonna get a speeding ticket because you're not following the rules. Right? If you follow the rules, then you're not gonna get a speeding ticket. Literally. Speed limit is 55. Look at the beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. I mean, like, look at the clouds. So beautiful. Yes, a lot of people out today because it's so nice. So tomorrow till, I think it's gonna be the weather tomorrow. Is it sunny now? I think so, right? Ba, 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 Rosie. Oh, we're gonna move the other car. Beautiful night, not raining. It's come down the temperature. So nice. You start to slow. Okay. Yeah, so many people today in the mall, right? Look at the crescent moon over there. It's a crescent moon. Crescent moon. It's Mr. Moon. Mr. Moon above the clouds, above the sky. When you guys are little, mommy always like when we go shopping, we come home, and mommy always sing like Mr. Sun, Sun, Mr. Golden Sun, hiding behind the trees. These little children are asking me to please come out, come play with me, Mr. Sun, Sun, Mr. Golden Sun. Please come down on me. It's like that, right? Oh gosh. Oh no, please come on. Please shine down on me. Oh wow. This mom is always saying that. Mr. Sun, Sun, Mr. Golden Sun. So now there's no sun. There's a crescent moon up ahead. Mr. Crescent Moon. So everybody going back to the city now after shopping. very even the the parking lot today is really full. Of course, because next month children back to school. Time is so fast. When only the school end, and then now it's gonna coming back really fast. Mr. Sun, Mr. Golden Sun, please shine on me. Mr. Sun, Mr. Golden Sun, hiding behind the trees. These little children are asking you to please come out and they can play with you. Mr. Sun, Mr. Golden Sun, please shine down on me. There's another song that it's so funny. There's like what do you call it? We're on the way. I remember that mommy is always saying to you guys, we're on the way to Grandma's farm. We're on the way to Grandma's farm. Down to Grandma's farm there is a little duck. Down to Grandma's farm there is a little duck. The duck, it makes sound like this, quack quack. I'm like, I remember that thing. Oh God! And by the time putting them on the car, they're fast to sleep. It's what time now? Oh wow! Time is so fast. It's already 8:49, guys. It's really fast. Wow. If Daddy's not working tomorrow, you guys need to sleep because we gonna go somewhere again tomorrow. Yes, we have only time to. Oh wow, what's that? It's a flat tire. Yeah, we have only time to go out the city if my hubby is taking time off, so we can travel around. We like traveling. Yes, because my husband is always work. So during the time that he's not working, he likes to bring us somewhere else and have some fun. Thank you, Daddy, for that. Spending time with us, going around. Yeah, even though he's tired, but I really want to spend time with his children. So yes, we're traveling a lot. It's dark. There is a place here in Long Island that they make a movie with that. That's Amityville. It said it's a story that if you go to that Amityville, we go here in Long Island, and they made a movie, right? And if you got wrong turn in that place, you cannot get out because the story is the house is haunted. Yeah, so are we gonna pass the Amityville around here? No, right, Daddy? No. Yeah, we pass Amityville. So the story, right? Yes, if you go to that area, and there is no way you can come out. So yes, because that house is haunted, so no one can get out in that area. Once they get to that house, and everybody will, they lost their way and they die there in that house. So they made a movie for that. So that is here in Long Island. Yeah. So when we go to Canada last time, when we drive from New York to Toronto, what's that? Montreal or Toronto, Daddy, that we drive, and we have the GPS, but then the GPS is like bringing us to the local way, and I'm so scared at the time. I'm like, oh my God, because we pass like the farm, And I was thinking like, oh no, where are we going? You know, it's so scary. And of course I'm worried about, we don't know the area, we're just following the GPS. How about, you know, we're gonna run out of gas. You know, it happens that there is a what year is that? I think the Chinese couple, I think you are Japanese, so they drive to their family, and that is a winter time, and they never reach home. So what happened was, you know, they ran out of gas, and they go to the dead end. So that is have a snowstorm, and they have two kids. One, they are all like, I think 2 years old, and a baby, a newborn baby. And there is no way. They try to, you know, I mean, the parents of the guys try to look for them, and they couldn't find them. And yes, and the husband, of course, is very, very cold. They already burned their tire, so, you know, they do that, so hoping that people can find them, you know, whoever's gonna look for them. And it's no luck. So, you know, they didn't have anything in the car, and the mother is still breastfeeding the baby, and in order to survive, they just like eating the leaves from the trees, you know. In order to survive in the woods, like, you can taste those the leaves, and if you think the leaves is you know, when you chewing it and not like eating, or you know, on your tongue, that can eat, you know. So that's what they do. And the husband, how many days already that they are in the woods, and that is really, really it's a snowstorm, heavy storm, I mean snow on the ground. And the husband felt pity to his family. So what he did you hear that, guys? So what they did is that, you know, the husband decided to go to find help, because there is no way, you know, no one, you know, can, I mean, come to the place, because they are in that area. I think they closed that during winter, so nobody, you know, come to that place. And so the husband he said, okay, I want to go and look for help. So, you know, every, like, he passed, like, he make a trail, like he cut some pieces of the clothes and tied it up on the, you know, on the trees, so hoping that he know his way back, you know. So unfortunately, like, you know, he never made it. He never make it. And finally, for how many, I think, I don't know, 2 weeks, I think they stuck on the woods. So finally, the rescuer find the wife and the kids. So the kids and the wife, they survive. So they look for the husband, and the husband, like, yeah, he's frozen. Poor him. You know, that's a true story though. That's why when you are traveling, it's really, really very important that, especially this snowstorm, and, you know, it's very, very important to have, you know, food in the car. Oh wow, look at that car. See, it's like a motor car or something. Yeah, so both of them, look at that, it's a sports one. Yeah, so yeah, so it's so sad. I think they are Japanese, and they are very, I think the parents of the guy, they are very rich, so they pay, you know, like a helicopter to look for his son. And yes, they found his body is frozen, and luckily, you know, bear or whatever, you know, didn't eat him. And it's so sad. And lately, you know, I heard that the kids are growing up and the wife is yeah, it's a sad story, but only the kids and the children survive. You know, of course the husband is trying to save his family, so that's why he did that. And yeah, you know, always if you like to travel, always like have something in your car, you know, water, blanket, you know, food, like dry food. Yes, it happens also. The news last time that the family, they are traveling somewhere in Florida, I think, and they also lost in the woods. Nobody knows, and the whole family are gone, except the baby. So the baby, I think, is 2 years old. So there is somebody find them that, oh, you know, in the woods they find like cut trees or something. So they look for it, and then they find the cars. And I think 7 people, like 7 family died except the baby. So the baby really survived that time. Could you imagine that he is in the woods? Oh my God, for how many days? And he survived. Could you imagine he slept at night next to his parents, his dead parents? Because what happened was the car jumped off on the woods, I think. Yes, so nobody knows. So it's so sad. It's so sad. It's a true story. And you know, that baby survived because, you know, they have noodles, you know, uncooked noodles, you know, the family bringing it in the car with them. So I think that baby, that's what only he, you know, he eat that time to, you know, like. But could you imagine? Oh my God, I couldn't imagine how that baby, you know, he's in the woods and sleeping next to his dead parents, and he had no idea that they are already dead. Maybe he think that they are sleeping. Yeah, but yeah, I think he's so lucky, and it's not his time, so he survived. You know, that baby survived, you know, just eating noodles. Yeah, so that's why every time, like when you go traveling, it's really, really important to have something in your car, you know. So when we drive to Canada, when we go to what is that, Montreal, I'm so scared because the GPS is really bringing you to the local road instead of we are going to the highway. And I said to my husband, where are we going? I was thinking about, you know, in the movie, you know, the true story that people got lost, you know, you never know. So I'm like, oh no, you know, and I'm worried that otherwise we're gonna run out of gas, you know. So just I keep praying and keep praying. I said, God, please, you know, guide our way, you know, guide our way. You know, so yeah, that's only crazy, you know, is relying to the GPS sometimes because it's bringing you to the local way. Yeah, it's crazy. Yeah, so like, oh my God. So my husband, I said to my husband, like, did you know the way? My husband, like, I'm just gonna follow the GPS, where the GPS is gonna bring us. But I said, how about if we're gonna run out of gas? Yeah, so like, you know, what can happen to us, you know, here in America, you're gonna hear a movie, they saying this is a true story, that they lost, you know. So you know, the time when we get back to the highway again, and I said like, oh my God, thanks God, you know. Yeah, it's crazy. Yes, that is my, you know, it's like scary scary experience that, you know, we drive to Canada. Yeah, we drive several times there, but that time I don't know why the GPS is taking us to the, you know, to the local way. Of course, we're so scared. We are scared. We are scared to our life that, you know, we cannot make it to our destination. But I just like keep praying. It's a chance to experience, though. Yes, it's a chance to experience. Yeah, so it's really, really important. Really important that you have complete, you know, when you are driving, you know, especially it's a long travel, like, yeah, it's very important. You have blanket, you have dried food with you, you have water with you, so in case of emergency you have something. Yes, and a charger, because what happened to those Japanese that I said, oh wow, that is just like cutting everybody. Oh wow, look at that. This guy is just like zooming in, cutting everybody. He's creating accident. Crazy. Oh wow, holy cow. Yeah, so yeah, they ran out of battery. Their phone is no signal, and the wife said the husband is trying to get a signal that time, but he cannot get any signal. So very important also to have, you know, your extra battery, you know, with you, you know, a portable charger, so in case. Yeah, but if you don't have the signal too, that is different thing, right? Yes, you see now driving, a lot of crazy driver that they just zoom in, you know, cut you off. They are very aggressive. Sometimes you get mad. The only thing is here scary here too, that they have guns, you know, like what happened last time in New Jersey, that somebody cut off somebody and they just fire it. Yeah, they shoot the driver. Yeah, it's crazy. Well, yeah, so yeah, we like driving far away. It's you know, I mean, explore, you know, because I said to my husband, where we gonna explore when we are old? Yeah, at least when you're still young, you can explore the world. You can, you know, you can travel, you can see, you know. Yes. So when the kids are growing up, they can remember like, oh, mommy and daddy take us to the place before. Yeah, it's a great experience. But yeah, you need to brave enough also to, you know, to do that. Yes, because if the GPS is gonna, you know, bring you to some places that you don't, you know, it's hard. And sometimes, you know, the signal, you know, you lose the signal too. So it's so hard. It's so hard. You know, if you are driving in the woods, the GPS is no signal, and that's a scary thing. Just going around the area, going round the area until you know, it's a yeah. And yeah, when we're traveling, I said to him, I said, okay, how much gas we have? We're gonna find, we're gonna stop in the gas station first. We're gonna fill it up and then we go again, because I don't trust, you know, I don't trust that, you know, for how many miles you drive, you can see the gas station. So yeah, my husband like, it's okay, we still have enough gas. I said no. We need our tank to be full, because, you know, you never know. You never know how far we can find the gas station again, because we still, you know. And then when we are in Montreal, we arrive in Montreal, we went to the city of Montreal, and mostly the time they have a lot of like construction, so they closing the area at night, and we lost our way. So the GP is also like bringing us around, but we can't go anywhere just because of course the GPS is just following whatever the record there. I mean, yeah. So we drive to the dead end, and all of a sudden there's a police behind us, and like they asked us to stop. And I said to the police officer, "Hello, sir." I said, but they are ladies. "Hello," I said, "Ma'am." And I said, "We lost our way." I said, "We're gonna go back to the hotel, and we cannot, find a way because the GPS is like, is pointing to that way, and we cannot go through there because the road is closed." And they are speaking French. And then it's like, "Bonjour." It's like, "Oh, bonjour." What you said, Daddy? What did you answer to them the time? Who's that? Merci beaucoup. Yeah, my husband like merci beaucoup. And then I speaking English to them, and I said, "Officer, we cannot find a way." And then she answered me like, what I recall that one. She told me like, what is it, Daddy? What she said to me the time? I don't recall. Yeah, they don't speak English though. In Montreal, most of the, even the police officer over there, they speak French. Yeah. And I told them that I want to go back to the hotel. And, she said like, what she said to me that time, Daddy? What she said to me, Daddy? Chow. What do you call that? She said something to me. I just forget. What is that, Daddy? What she said to me? So I don't understand what she's saying to me either in French. So what we did, just like follow them. We just followed them because I can't understand French. Yeah. So that is also the unforgettable experience while we during our adventure in in Canada. Yeah. Whoosh. What is it that whoosh? Yeah, because when I asked her, I said, this way, we're gonna go to that hotel. And then she only answered me like whoosh. And I'm like, what? So, so just like, I said to myself, you know what? Can we just like follow them? Can we just follow them? There is no problem if they don't close the area. But, in that time we go, there is so much construction they do. So at night they already close, and we don't realize that. So we don't, whatever, the GPS, the record there, that's the way they're showing us. So, but we cannot go through because it's closed. So that lady officer just telling us whoosh. I said, whoosh? What is whoosh? So we decide to follow them, and it's almost like in the morning. In the morning, we reached to the hotel like 3 o'clock in the morning. Oh my God! We just like going in the area like crazy. So we gonna like stop somewhere else either because of course they're gonna come and of course it's illegal that you staying. But I said to my husband, if we cannot find our way, then we're just gonna stay in the car and wait. No, because the time you guys are still little, and I thought the police officer, she can understand English, but then she can't. Yes. Yeah, she's speaking French. How do I know French? I cannot speak French. Yeah, because in Montreal, most of the people like live there are, from France. So that's why, mostly they are, using French there. Yeah. So how can I look for, translation for that? I have no time, and I don't know what she's talking about. That's why I'm just like, when they left, because I told them that we lost. We cannot find our way back to the hotel that time because of the area's closed. So I'm asking for help, but then she can't understand me. So what we did is just like follow them. Then, we find our way. But, that's why I said to Daddy, if we cannot find our way, we're just gonna stay in the car and maybe wait until morning. But yeah, luckily we figured it out how to go back to the hotel. Yeah, we can see the building, we can see the hotel where the hotel is, but the thing is the road are closed, so we cannot we cannot drive through. Yeah, so finally, yes, we follow them, and we see the like a local road that so Daddy said, okay, I will try this, maybe it can bring us to the hotel. So Daddy is smart to do that. Yeah, that's why we we reached to the hotel. Yeah, I mean it's going to the adventure like this, driving far away, is so scary too, and you need to be like smart to find your way. Yeah, if not, oh God, there's no way. Yeah, it's okay when we go to Toronto. We drive to Toronto also. Toronto, we don't have problem when we drive to Toronto, and it's fine. Yes, but yes, we went to Montreal. That is really, yes, it's so bad. But I think it's okay if the time when we go there is not like there's not much construction in the road, but because the time they are making bridges, and they're closing the area. So and that is also the like in my whole life, I cannot forget that we are driving in Montreal. It's all over the city. We go around the city, smell marijuana, and then we are driving, because they have marijuana plantation over there. Yes, smell marijuana everywhere. Yeah.
Of course, French people like to smoke. Of course, French people like to smoke.
Yeah, because that time they already legalized there in Montreal. So they have like marijuana farm. So when we go to the city, I'm like, oh no, that time I feel like you guys are still little, and we love to go around, but yeah, marijuana's everywhere. Like what happening now here in New York. You go to Times Square there, you go to somewhere else, even though in a building. Yeah, because they legalize it. So yeah, it's hard. I mean, supposed to be marijuana is for just the medical, but some people are abusing it. So what are we gonna do? Yeah, so that's the experience when we yeah, when we go to Washington DC is okay. Washington DC is fine. We drive in Washington DC many times, so it's like from New York take us like 5 hours drive to Washington DC, and also in Pennsylvania is that like almost like 3 hours, 2 hours and a half. Yeah, Maryland is like 5 hours also. So another long drive that we do is when we go to lobster, lobster, what do you call that? In Maine. Yes, Maine is really far. Yeah, driving from New York to Maine is also far. Yeah, but we are curious about, a lot of people say like, it's nice in Maine. They have a lobster festival. Lobsters is everywhere. So I love seafood. I love lobster. So I said to my son, can we try to drive to Maine? Yeah, and we did. But yeah, luckily, yeah, it's okay. Maine is fine. Yeah. It's really good to have, like good, like experience, like some adventure, yeah. So driving is fun as long as you know your way and you are brave enough to do that, because sometimes you don't know what is gonna happen when you are driving far away. Yes. So next time we will try to drive from New York to Florida. It's take like 18 hours drive from New York to Florida, so we'll see. Yeah, because last time we go there, we visit Disney World. We just fly because you guys are still little, so I don't want to drive that. You guys still have drinking in your bottle. Yeah. So we are closer now. We are in Queens, New York. And traffic here, bumper to bumper, guys. Look at this. Yes, we are here in Queens, New York now. Yeah, so. But look at this traffic. But that's okay. I mean, the weather today is good. That's why everybody like, not like 2 days ago, like also yesterday. Just the wind. Luckily, in Manhattan, I heard some of my friends said that, some of the trees older are, the fall of heavy rain. Oh, wow. This guy, they're just gonna go there that you're not supposed, and then look, and they are cut somebody. Wow. There's no way out, sir, no matter where you go. Okay, so look, the other one. You see, they try to cut people off. Don't give them away. See, look at that. He's squeezing himself over there. Oh, wow. Don't hurry. Because this kind of traffic, you need to be patient. You need to be patient, guys. If you don't, then you could just create you just create the accident. Of course, everybody wants to go home, okay? Yeah, but just be patient. They just like to cut people off. Okay? Yeah. See, bumper to bumper. Right? That's what he said, like, America is addicted with gas. Of course. Yes, because of course they love to travel. They love to drive far away places. Of course, now is the kids' holiday. So you can't just like stuck your kids at home. Of course you want to travel. Okay? Yeah. Everybody wants to go out. they feel like isolated at home. So it's nice to go home. I mean, it's nice to be out and driving around. I know it's expensive, the gas, but what you can do, you can be stuck in your life like this. Be careful, Dada, because a lot of crazy driver too. Be careful. Oh, I don't like that. And just like all of a sudden people cut you off. I don't like it. Oh wow. Just be careful. Yeah, the thing is, they just like stop in front of you, right? They just stop in front of you and they don't even like give you a signal. That's I hate. That's I hate. Yeah. If they, you know, they should give you a signal so you know. But they just all of a sudden really cut you off. It's crazy, right? Yeah. Now we are exiting. We are going to Queens Boulevard. Queens Boulevard. We're just gonna pick up some food, halal food, because kids loves those halal food that we always buy. So mommy is free from cooking. I'm tired the whole day already. See, this is a Queen Center Mall. It's JCPenney, Macy's, Queen Center Mall. And look at that, there's people there. That's a Queen Center Mall. Okay guys, so I'm about to stop to the restaurant now to pick up some food. Okay, time is 9:23. Okay, so thank you for watching, and we're just like sharing with you guys about my life here in New York, driving, like share with you guys. Okay, this is our life in New York City. Yes, very busy life. Okay, so thank you for watching my video. Daddy, don't squish this guys. You wanna squish? Holy moly, holy cow, guys! Come on now, don't create the accident, please. You know that, you know, you can't just like, what is that? He got a Florida license. He's not from New York. Then it's just like squeezing to us. Come on now. Okay. Okay guys, thank you so much for watching. And I'm just sharing, okay? So have a wonderful night and good morning to other side of the world. Okay, ciao, see you soon. I'm gonna upload my my movie video again if I have time tonight when I come home, but if not, then yes, maybe tomorrow. Okay, love you all, ciao.